All right, so we at Whole Foods, and it's Sunday, so we getting our weekly shopping done. This is 10 things you need in your shopping cart today. Let's get it.
Protein packs, FRAP, you know what I'm saying? Delicious.
You need to learn how to cook and switch it up. So
The morning routine, you know.
last but not least, man, go invest in your health, go invest in yourself. You feel me? You feel me? So first thing you need in your cart is some fruit. I like kiwis, high in vitamin C, great for fiber, and they taste good too. You can actually eat the outside. You ain't gotta peel it every time. Hey, next you need your vegetable, your green vegetable. Don't be stingy and skip out on your vegetables. You're not a kid no more. Asparagus is my favorite. It's hella easy to cook, and they taste good too. Next up, you got your onion and your garlic. These are anti-inflammatory as well as antibacterial. Why this is good? Because this will clean your entire system out. And be careful with the antibiotics you're taking because, yeah, that'll clean the bacteria in your body, but it'll clean the bad and the good. This will just heal you up and clean you out completely, but hold on to the good things as well. Next, we got our boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So now we on to the protein, man. Get your protein in. This is my favorite because it has fat, so it's gonna have more flavor on it, baby. Boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I also put this in my cart and I forgot to show you. This is your Atlantic salmon right here. Protein source, right? But you're getting your omegas in, your healthy fats. All right, next you got your hemp seed and your flax seed. This is all so you can go to the bathroom. Now understand something. They also have omega-3s, similar to the salmon, but not the same. And hemp seeds, they also got that extra protein for you. These are favorites for my smoothies, man. Get you this, get your fiber in. Now, because I already got this at home, I only need these, I'm putting these back. Yeah, there you go. All right, next, protein powder. This makes it easy and efficient to get your protein in. Now, I have a lot of clients that go to Whole Foods and I always point them to the direction of this one or the Truvian brand. Now, that's being because it doesn't have dairy in the protein powder. Now, if you like the dairy in your protein, cool. I prefer not to have it, you know, it makes my stomach I need a little extra fiber, you know what I'm saying? So, but this is my go-to at Whole Foods specifically. Personal favorite, oatmeal. You can pick whatever brand, whatever kind, whatever. Simple fact is, healthy carb source, you'll have that energy lasting you throughout the day versus just a sugar high. That's one, and two, is just extremely filling. Like, I can eat this and I'll be good from a meal for the next 2 hours. That may be 3, 4, 5 for you, who knows? And then the last thing too, another source of fiber. I keep bringing up this fiber thing, man. Y'all need to go to the restroom. You're full of Believe it or not, this is a game changer. And the reason being is, if you're trying to eat healthy and you don't know what to eat and you don't really like the taste, wooty, you need to learn how to cook and switch it up. So these are 3 that I'm gonna just grab today, but man, play with it, figure it out. First and foremost, you need salt and you need pepper. Secondly, garlic powder, very versatile, can go on anything. Cayenne pepper if you like some spice. And cumin, once again, another versatile one that can nearly go on any kind of meat. Pause. Fellas, last but not least. Go get your lady some flowers. Or if you ain't got no lady, go get you a beer. Enjoy yourself, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let's win. Let's work. Last but not least, man, go invest in your health, go invest in yourself, and go to the grocery store and buy your food. Enough with the fast food BS. That's just the fast way to the grave. Let's win. Let's work.
Sup, peeps? It's Monday morning, 7:30. Wrapped up the workout of the morning. Now I just go make a smoothie before I head out to my client and get my day rolling. So this morning, alarm went off at 4, and out of instinct, I didn't even think about it. I just hit off and I dozed back off because I had no early client. My first client's not till 9, so I was like, I got an extra hour of sleep. So I laid in bed until like 5. Hit the morning routine, you know, wash face, brush teeth, journal, meditate a little bit, and then got my workout in. For the workout, it was 10 minutes jump rope. I did some 10 minutes shadow boxing, you know what I'm saying, working on my hands. I've been hitting the, shout out to Matador, I've been hitting the fighting gym a lot lately. And then I did some core at the end. So, protein shake. This is different from the last one because now I got that coffee, boy. I got that coffee in my shake this morning, so I'm gonna show y'all how to make your own little protein packed FRAP, you know what I'm saying? It's delicious in my opinion. So obviously you start off with your coffee. So what I did was, I brewed it and then I just put it in the freezer for like, it's honestly cold. It's actually kind of cold. It is cold. Usually it's not that cold. In the freezer for say, you know, it's been honestly it's been like 30 minutes, right? A little bit of milk, not a lot. There's plenty of liquids already, right? Bananas. Just got these yesterday, so they're not too ripe, but it'll do. This is gonna add the sweetness to it. Counter that coffee taste, you know what I'm saying? It's delicious, in my opinion. Very delicious, in my opinion. Have to get rid of that. If you didn't know that, I just opened the banana from the bottom. You know that little black piece, the bottom? Me and my father, we like to call that the devil's anus. Don't nobody want to touch that. Nobody want to be a part of that. All right, so you got your banana for the sweetness. I'll take the trash out. Okay, let's rock. Next. I love my fiber. Man. So we're gonna sauce them flaxseed. Speaking of fiber, man, my stomach was jacked up this morning. I'm talking, I was gassy. I went to the bathroom. I'm feeling a little better, but I'll tell you why. Matter of fact, I'll show you why. I probably ate all of this but 2 pieces yesterday in one day. Maybe like 2 pieces was I didn't eat, but the rest I ate all of that. So thing is, I didn't realize I like brownies that much. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't stop eating. Right, so fiber, keep that fiber high. So if something like that does happen, I go to the bathroom and then I'm good. Feel great. Got your hemp seeds. That's a little fiber, protein, and omegas too. This is like a superfood in my opinion. Nutritious and delicious. Right. I dropped my Parmesan cheese, bruh. I chopped my Parmesan cheese, bruh. Got your almond butter. Get your calories in. Up your calories. If you're trying to put on weight, man, you gotta get the calories. So if you're training a lot and you're trying to maintain weight, not necessarily gain weight, you gotta get your calories in. I went grocery shopping yesterday, and I should have got more almond butter, but it's all good. There we go. We need it. Protein powder. Nice. Let's rock. Not one, but 2 scoops. You know what I'm saying? Next up, last but not least, honey. A little bit more sweetener. Like I said, it's a coffee. So if you're looking for a nice, delicious shake, you want to counter that coffee taste with the honey. Let me grab my blender. I know I'm about to get all up in y'all grill, cause the blender's plug is right there, but you will be okay. We'll be okay. Maybe if we sauce it over here, let's see. It's not a good idea. Let's see. Ooh, skill. Okay, let's roll. I don't know how that view is. Let me see. I hope it's good. Let's check it out. It ain't terrible. It ain't terrible. Ice. Matter of fact, cinnamon. Cinnamon to go crazy. Cinnamon to go crazy. There we go. That's that. Good morning, get up and get to it smoothie right there. Go ahead and serve that. We'll put y'all back over here though. Hey, hey, what's good, y'all? Look at that. Look at that. Got your coffee, got your protein. That's crazy. That's brilliant. Look at that. Look at that. You can barely taste the coffee. You can taste it just enough. Cheers. That's my Monday morning right there. Wake up, routine, workout, smoothie. Boom, let's win. Let's work.
Now we are on to the sit down. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna always say thank you. I'm gonna always be grateful. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always show my gratitude and appreciation. I was just thinking while we was doing the grocery shopping that like in that interaction between me and the cashier, I probably said thank you like 6 times. It's just like, cause if there's anything that does, it just adds value to whatever it is you're saying thank you to. So for me to make that person feel valuable and more than just my local cashier who I'm not gonna think about, it's dope. Spread the love. Spread the love. And speaking of gratitude, like I had I'm gonna say my first week of 2024 where it was my biggest learning curve of a week. You know what I'm saying? I look at my days, I look at my weeks, I look at my months, and last week was probably like a major like learning curve of a week. And I'm deeply grateful for that. It wasn't a bad week, and I'll never have a bad week or I'll never have a bad day. I just saw Deion Sanders say this on Instagram. I'll be scrolling too, and he was saying how he'll never have a bad day because, you know, you got this thermostat of happy and mad or happy and sad or happy and whatever. He's like, you got to be in control of that thermostat. So like you might have like a bad minute, a bad 10 seconds or a bad hour even, but a bad day is kind of like whatever that situation is, you letting it gain too much control of your thermostat. You know what I'm saying? So needless to say, my week, it was a long week. And funny enough, I asked my client, I was like, how was your week? He was like, it was long. I asked my homie, I'm like, how was your? He was like, it was long. So it was a long week. But like I said, learned a lot and extremely grateful for it. Now, what I mean by it was a long week was simply, I had this client, that client, this client, that client, which is normal, perfectly fine. And I have to get these meals in, this meal, because I'm working out and I'm on the move. And if I don't eat, I'm gonna feel malnourished. But that's normal. Every morning I have to get up and get going, get to work, boom. But some days I'm a little sleepy. That's normal too, okay? Some days, what else? All these things, but it's perspective, right? I had to deal with this, but I always have to deal with it. I have to deal with this. I always have to. So this is what I learned, and now I hope you take this into consideration when you're reflecting your week as well. What made it such a long week and what made it a learning curve was I lost sense of not my routine, because I was still on routine, but staying grounded, we'll say. I lost sense of staying grounded to where at some point I'm just like, you know what, just to stay afloat, I gotta just go with the motion and dance with it. You know, I just gotta go with the flow. I'm not feeling it right now, but I gotta go with the flow. There'll be times where you're not gonna be feeling it, but you gotta go with the flow. And why I'm explaining this to you and why I'm so grateful of this week and why this is significant, you know what I'm saying? I know, stay with me, I'm building, is because of the book that I read throughout the week allowed me to reflect on the outcome I got from my week, right? So every week I'll read a book, you know what I'm saying? And this particular book, and I brought it up before, literally allowed me to reflect on my week and see what I got out of this week. So like I said in the last episode, always be looking for what you can learn, you know what I'm saying? So just reflect on yourself, because the better you can learn and the more you can learn and the quicker you can learn, the quicker you can speed this thing up of your success, right? So anyways, let's get into the slight edge, and then I'll circle everything back into how I applied that to my week and what I learned, right? So first things first, in the slight edge, one of the first concepts they teach you is this concept between failure, survival, and success. We'll say there's 3 tiers: failure, survival, and success is at the top, right? People will bounce between failure and survival day and night, week after week, month after month, without even realizing it. Money's tight, I'm not really feeling great, boom, 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 whatever. Let me get on it, let me get on top of it, do what I know I'm supposed to do. I feel good now, I can catch my breath. And instead of catching their breath and then keep going, they kind of catch their breath and then they chill out. And then before you know it, oh shoot, I gotta get going, right? Everything I say on this show, or ever, take it into a broader scale. It's not just always money. That can be your happiness, that can be your peace, that can be your diet and exercise. I slipped over my diet and exercise. Let me eat, work out, boom, boom, boom. I do great for a month. Okay, now this week I'm gonna enjoy myself for 3 days straight. Boom, scale goes back up. You starting all over again. I gotta go from failure to survival all over again. So it's money, fitness, whatever it may be. Anyways, if you notice with all those examples, to get from failure to survival, you have to apply yourself a certain way. To get from survival to success, you have to apply yourself the same exact way. You don't have to do anything different. You just have to do more of it. You just have to continue that same thing. So with financials, you can literally see this happening before your eyes. Listen, so, oh shoot, I need to hustle, get my money together, boom, boom, boom. So you grind it out for a month. And then the next month I'm good. Nah, I got cash in my pocket. Let me just kind of slow down, right? And then the following month it's like, whoa, what happened? I slowed down too much. When if you would have just kept doing what you was doing, making the money, keeping consistent with it, you wouldn't have came across that hiccup, right? So keep that in mind when we're talking about the book Slight Edge. It's like the whole concept is just keep doing what you know you're supposed to do, right? You already know the game because you haven't stayed on failure this entire time. You've definitely hit survival before. So to get from survival to what you see as success, keep doing what you're doing. So that's like the main concept, but then it ties into this thing of, it's a very simple sentence right here. Change your philosophy. Okay. So a lot of this reasoning is because you think a certain way, right? That's so simple. Like, you think a certain way, but Kobe Bryant thinks a certain way. You think a certain way, but Elon Musk thinks a certain way when it comes to this kind of stuff. So just change your philosophy. Philosophy being just the study of ideas and meanings, right? Whatever. But just change the way you're thinking. And I put on my notes specifically, control your philosophy instead of change your philosophy. Control your philosophy. Because when I hear that quote, it makes me really think about, like, some people actually don't understand the kind of control they have over their own thoughts, right? A lot of people are just so heavily influenced that they don't actually pay attention to whatever you're thinking right now. Within a matter of 36 hours, you can completely change the way you're thinking about that if you really intentionally focus on that. So change your philosophy, but more importantly, learn to control it, right? So if you feel like you're at this failure space, you can always go to success. No matter what, you can change your mind to do that. No matter what, you can, right? Which ties into the next topic. Change the way you think about everyday things. So now that you have this control over your philosophy and your attitude and the way you think about life and your whatever it may be, once you have control over the way you can simply think, change the way you think about simple everyday things. You brush your teeth every day. I hope so. I can't lie. Some days I'll be in the crib all day and I'll be like, actually, last week being a crazy week, I can't even sit here and lie, bro. It was a crazy week, I'm gonna tell you. And for me to even say that, it's kind of like, what kind of week was Tuesday? I didn't brush my teeth. I know. That's disappointing. It's like, bro, get it together. But Tuesday, I straight up was like, fuck that. Nah. It slipped my mind. Anyways, back to the topic. So change the way you think about everyday things. It's how you do, the how to do is the next quote. So let's say you're trying to learn how to be a millionaire or trying to learn how to cook steak, I guess, instead of the how to do. So the second how to do is make the money, but the first how to do is like, how do you apply yourself to change that? How do you apply yourself to making money? I do that shit. I do that in a positive manner, in a graceful manner. Like I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But if you're sitting there with the attitude of, bro, this is gonna be hard, I'm gonna have to wake up every day, like you're gonna approach it that way, and the outcome's gonna be that way. And the moment you hit that survival relief, you're gonna want to chill out. But if you change that how to do, if you change that how to do it to how to make $1 million to, no matter, I'm gonna just wake up every day because I'm excited for it. Like the outcome's gonna be completely different. I've touched on that with the perspective thing. So change the way you think about simple everyday things. These everyday tasks like reading, meditating, exercising, planning out your meals, waking up early and showing gratitude. These everyday things are kind of things that fall into your favor when it comes to success. Because if you notice, a lot of successful people kind of touch on these very simple things, but somehow they have an advantage over everybody else. It's just hitting their fundamentals. So these everyday things, change your mind about them, and then pay attention to how you think about them. When some way, somehow, they're a common denominator for a lot of successful people. You should probably dabble in some of that as well, right? And this is a big one. This is very cliche, but it does say this in the book, and I like this part. Because a lot of people will fall into the whole thing of inspiration, motivation, and excitement, right? But what we don't notice is those are just emotions, and emotions are here today, gone tomorrow. However, they're a great tool, but it's never everlasting. You can be excited, but that'll pass. You can be angry, but that'll pass. You can be hella motivated. You know, there's been times where I've gone to one of Eric Thomas events. I go back home and I'm like, bro, I'm not stopping. I'm going every single day, 100%. Like, that's motivation. I'm motivated. I'm inspired. I'm excited. But 2 weeks later, I'm like, dang, I'm tired, bro. So it's kind of like you shouldn't rely, but you should rely on your attitude and going back to the way you think in your philosophy. Your attitude towards your everyday things can be everlasting. I can wake up every single day and just be like, today is another opportunity. Let's get to it, right? So this whole positive mindset, this is where it's crucial because there's a ladder effect if you pay attention, right? So from the positive philosophy, you have a positive attitude, right? And now you're waking up every single day excited, ready to go, ready to take over, what you have control over and what you can to set yourself up, right? So this positive attitude goes into, like I just mentioned, your positive actions. Okay, now you're knocking down pillars, with enthusiasm. So that gives you positive results. You know what I'm saying? If I'm axing away at a tree every day, best believe my shoulder's gonna be looking big and strong now. So I'm getting my good results from my good actions. And your results always tie into your lifestyle, right? So you question, your circumstances, and it's not very exciting. But if you started just at the beginning of this excitement, you know what I'm saying, with your philosophy, then you go into and change your attitude, and then the actions, and then the results, and then the lifestyle. Now you live in the lifestyle you want to live, right? Now that you're living the lifestyle you want to live, it's much easier to have a better philosophy and a better attitude. So it's much easier to continue to progress, right? So you see how you do it for a week and then a month, and it's like, oh, stuff is getting better. And then you do it for 6 months, and it's like, oh, things are looking really good. After 2 years, it's kind of like it more than doubled. It more than doubled because it's just continuously growing, which leads me to my next point. That's compound interest, right? That the concept of you putting money in the bank, and it starts off, let's say you double a penny every day. Oh, check this out. It's in the book as well. The penny every day, and you double what that money is every single day. So on day 2 it's 2 cents. On day 3 it's 4. You know what I'm saying? Or $1 million in one sitting. Some people will take the $1 million in one sitting, and some people will know exactly what to do with that. Others may not. But with the penny doubling every single day, you'll have more than over $1 million within maybe a month or so, maybe 2 months. In 2 months you're killing, because once you hit, let's say you hit exactly $1 million, the next day is 2 million. So that compound interest effect is the same thing with success, and that's what the Slide Edge talks about. It's just, you don't see it now, but do this right now, and then you don't see it tomorrow, but then do it. But then it's kind of gradually growing as it's progressing, right? So take note in this, because now it's kind of like some of us move without meaning, right? But then others, when you take on this philosophy concept, you understand that here it says, what you do matters, what you do today matters, and what you do every day matters. We can easily overlook today. Oh, I started tomorrow, but what is that doing? That's adding to your bucket of, this is not my positive philosophy. I understand you got this negative bucket right here full of BS. You have to shovel that out. You know what I'm saying? One scoop at a time. It's not just like one day you'll wake up and that bucket is gone. But the more you keep adding to it, the harder it's going to be. So what you do today matters, and what you do every day matters. The most simple thing you can do is just start right now. Very cliche, but guess what? It's very true. Just start planning now. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow will never come. All you have is now. I'm a fan of that quote right there. Here we go. You have to give it time to see the true power. That's that compound interest concept, and that 1 penny doubling every single day concept is give it time to grow, right? Give it time to grow. Making the right choices, doing the right action. It's easy to do. I like where this is going. Let me get a drink on. I like where this is going. You're gonna like this one. This is gang. Okay. Making the right choices, doing the right actions. It's easy to do, right? Sure, it's easy for you to go to the gym. No, it's not, Jordan. Sure, it's easy for you to eat healthy every day. No, it's not, Jordan. Sure, it's easy for you to add money in your savings account. No, it's not, Jordan. Okay. Well, then let's finish the quote now. Making the right choices, doing the right actions is easy to do, and it is just as easy not to do, right? Because let's say you just went ahead and took your butt to the gym. Getting yourself to the gym was easy to do. It was a matter of decision. It was a matter of philosophy. It was a matter of attitude. It was a matter of action. It was a matter of result and your lifestyle. It's a decision, and that's the easy part. So just get up and go finish, right? You can start right now by making the right decisions. It's a matter of decisions, and it's easy to do. It's but it's just as easy not to do. You have to understand that it's just as easy not to do concept, and pay attention to how complacent you can be sometimes with the decisions you're making, because it's just like, it's just easy to do. But making the right decisions is just as easy. I promise you, I don't second guess working out every single day. But my philosophy on working out could be a lot different from yours. You see what I'm saying? It's just as easy to do as it is not to do. And those things, the easiest things that is not to do, you really got to evaluate that kind of stuff, because these can be nuggets in your success and nuggets in your future, or flaws that you're not paying attention to that would directly translate, right? So you can start right now. All right, so this is a big one when it comes to this compound interest concept, is you need to have faith in the process, because you won't see it happening at first. Very cliche, but it's a hard pill to swallow. You got some time and some hours and some service that's not going to get rewarded. You got some yeses and nos you're going to have to deal with, uncomfortable situations you're going to have to deal with. But understand that you have to have faith in the process, boom, 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 because you won't see it happening at first. It is what it is. Give it time. It'll grow. But for now, you got 1 penny. And then tomorrow, let's make it double. And then the next day, let's make it double. Like I said before, when you go to the gym, that first week, it sucks. But after a month, it's like, oh, I can bear. After 2 months, it's like, I'm going to the gym today. What's the big deal? After a year, it's like, it's just part of your routine. It's that comp. Let it grow. If you do the same thing with money, it's like, what the hell can you really do? If you do the same thing with your relationships, it's like, what the hell can you really do? You know what I'm saying? Key one right here, big one right here. Base your choices on your philosophy, what you know, not what you see. If you know that today you can go ahead and work hard and it'll better your future, go ahead and do it. But if you're in a crappy position and you're just basing things off of what you see around you, chances are you're not going to really want to push forward. So you can't base it on what you see or the results you got. Say you set a plan. Matter of fact, we can use working out as an example. Let's say you for the first week you worked out, you looked in the mirror and it's like, I see no change. But you know, if you keep working out for 3 months down the line, you're going to have results. You know what I'm saying? So don't base it off of what you see, base it off of what you know. You know you're supposed to be doing the right decisions and making the right choices right now. So do so, because that'll just, in the long, that's the inevitable part. If you do what you're supposed to do, the gold mine is at the end, bro. Last but not least, I put this quote because this quote hit me and I was like, oh, dang. So I think for you, it'll kind of be like, oh, dang, okay. But you have to be where I'm at for you to really soak it in, right? The difficult takes a little time. You know what I'm saying? The hard thing, it takes time. You know it's going to take time. But the impossible just takes a little longer. Can I make $1 billion? It's impossible. Like, there's very few. It's impossible, bro. Like, matter of fact, let's put it like this. Okay? Oh, dang. Let's put it like this. There was one day, there was one day in particular where I had no place to stay and I had $60 in my pocket. And to get a hotel room, it's maybe $150 minimum, right? And if I asked somebody else that day, with everything that had went on around that situation and that day, if I asked anybody, you think I could be a billionaire one day? They'll look at me and be like, hell no, it's impossible. But I mean, the hard thing, yeah, that's gonna take me for me to get up out the situation I'm in. Yeah, that's the hard thing. That'll take some time, but it'll happen. But understand, like we started at the beginning, it's like from failure to survival. You did your thing, but what if I just kept going a little longer instead of just getting comfortable at survival? So you can go from nothing to something and then something to success very easily. You see what I'm saying? But you just have to keep doing what you're doing. Change your philosophy. Change the decisions you're making. $1 billion is not okay. Let's just say it's impossible, right? The difficult takes a little time. So going from $60 to 100K, that's gonna take some time, baby, right? But the impossible, it's just gonna take a little longer. Just keep doing what you're doing. So the hard thing, to lose 20 pounds, it's gonna take some time, but let's get this working. Let's move our body, let's eat healthy, let's get on Jordan's program. Let's ask her for the coaching and advice, right? That's gonna take some time. But for you to have the abs, I done had clients say that that's impossible. I beg to differ. Let's get to work. Come on. And it's just gonna take a little longer though. Yeah, we gotta get rid of the pudge and then we gotta build the muscle. It's gonna take some time. All right, so it goes back to, like I said at the beginning, what this slight edge is all about. You go from failure to survival to success. I'm gonna wrap this up. So why this was valuable to me for my week is because though it was a long week, those everyday things and that positive philosophy and that concept on, okay, I'm tired, I'm drained, everything is scattered, this week is just a mess, I need a reset button for the weekend. No matter what, I got up, I read during the week, I learned during the week, I exercised, I did my meditation and prayers, I stayed congruent with what I know it would take me to the next level, despite on how I felt. I ain't feel like lifting a finger. But despite all of that, it's kind of like, but this is going to help me get to the next level. This is going to help me. This is going to help. You're not going to always feel the sunshine and rainbows at times, but do what you know you're supposed to do. It's the decision. It's the right thing to do. It is going to add to your growth. It's going to add to your bucket of, remember, your dream. It's going to add to the dream if you do what you know you're supposed to do. See what I'm saying? We're going to shake that up, celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll check y'all next time. Look, we got the gym, we got the diet, we got the philosophy. This is the master plan. You got somewhere you want to be, I can take you there. Let's win. Let's work.